Hi, I am a volunteer in Craiova, Romania, and in this video, I would like to share my experience in working with the kids. My volunteering journey had started when I first stepped in Craiova. Our host organization told us everything about the project. After our volunteering task descriptions had made, I found out that I was going to work with the kids. It was really surprising for me because I had never worked with children before. In our second week, we were introduced with the schools and the teachers. All of the teachers were so kind and they were ready to help us every time. The most important part was to introduce ourselves to the kids. The first impression was the only thing that I hesitated back then. And the reason why is, once a kid hates you, that kid will hate you forever. Children are really delicate creatures, so you have to be careful around them. Luckily, the kids liked us. They let us play with them. Matter of fact, I used my own techniques to make everything easier. Let me share these tricks to build a good bonding with children. Firstly, you have to make observations in a detailed way. For example, when a kid talks to his friends, always pay attention if he mentions a specific subject. If he says that he likes something, it could be a movie or a toy, try to start a conversation based on his interests. If you manage to keep his attention, he will get used to you quickly. As a second, do not stereotype kids. This is so important. Do not try to make assumptions based on their gender. A boy can love playing with Barbies, or a girl might be interested in cars. Try to approach them with basic questions instead of specific ones. For instance, you can ask a girl, "What is your favorite color?" instead of asking, "Is pink your favorite color?" Just like this. To mention my experiences, I have seen that kids might need attention more when they feel struggling. And just to get what they want, they tend to fake being sick. Usually, when they fall, even it's not a big deal, they start to scream and cry. In the school that I was working, the nurse told me that they are using magic water to heal any scar. Of course, there is no such a thing as magic water, but it helps a lot to calm down a crying child. Even it's not magical, it works like magic on these cute little creatures. In an environment full of kids, of course, it is expected from them to argue a lot. In general, kids have the second highest level of anger after infants. Especially when they are playing with the toys, I saw many times that children fight over for their favorite toys. To solve a conflict between two kids may not seem easy. However, there are always good solutions. First, you try to listen both of them carefully. Show them that you are genuinely listening. Show them you care their thoughts and feelings. Second, try to convince them in a common solution. If they are insisting on to argue, separate them for a while until they are calmed and repeat. After all the tips and tricks, I would like to mention the best parts of the school. Our working hours were in between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. in weekdays. It was a little bit hard for me to get up earlier than I used to, I need to be honest. But when I see the smile of the kids, my tired sides just flies away. In the school, they used to celebrate the children's birthdays. Every time, parents showed up with delicious birthday cakes. One time, a kid's mother had brought cupcakes with Minecraft game characters on it, and it was an amazing day. Besides birthdays are my favorite, the school schedule also had field trip days. In that days, many exciting activities were made. On our second week, they simulated a fire drill. On our third week, a puppy was brought to give children animal therapies to make them more relieved and thoughtful. On our last week, lots of search and rescue dogs were brought and they operated an earthquake drill. To see that children are getting high quality education makes me believe in future. Last but not least, I'm so thankful to my coordinators that they gave me the opportunity to experience such an amazing journey.